everyone and welcome to my channel. This is the Friendly Martial Artist, and today we're going to study the Bokken kata you've just seen. So let's go straight into it. Before we start, I'd like to make a specification here, just in case there might be some misunderstanding. What we're doing here is to learn to use the Bokken with the principles of the Ken. So that means that we use the principle of the sword in order to learn to use the Bokken. We might apply these techniques with other weapons, which are not necessarily the Ken. So what we're going to do in these videos that I'm sharing with you is to learn to use the principle of the Ken with the Bokken, expecting you to maybe use them with an umbrella. So the idea here is to learn to use any weapon that has the length similar to a Bokken with the principle that you would use with the sword, which then you apply to the Bokken and which then you apply to an umbrella or whatsoever. You can see it this way. The Bokken strikes, the sword cuts. This means if I'm going to do a technique, for example, if someone is coming and I'm blocking this way and my next move is going to be to hit with the Bokken this way, okay? So if I had a katana, obviously this cut ends it. But if I'm going to go with a Bokken, I'm not finishing anything. I'm striking the person, okay? And depending on his structure, this strike might be something that's going to make him sleep for a while or make him run away because he's going to be scared. The idea is obviously not to cut but to strike, because again, the Bokken hits. It strikes, it doesn't cut. So we are allowed to use this weapon with the idea of hitting because they're not supposed to cut. I can use this weapon even with kicks, even with punch, with anything. We're using the principle of the sword, which is kenjutsu, skills of the sword, in order to learn to use the Bokken, or you might call it Bokken jutsu, in order to implement the skills of the Bokken, okay? So that's the idea. So once you're going to master these principles of the Bokken, you're going to be able to apply them with a weapon, as I mentioned before, which is pretty similar in terms of length to the Bokken. So this said, let's go straight into the kata. So the first thing we need to understand about this kata is the direction of the saya, based on the cut we're looking for, because we're looking for a suihei cut, which is an horizontal cut. So in order to do that, what we need to do is to change the direction of our saya. So we're not going to leave the saya in a vertical way, but we're going to make it in a horizontal way, and also put it a little bit off our center in order to have the half circle cut that we're looking for here, the suihei cut, okay? So it's going to be looking something like this here, okay? That's what we're looking for. Doing it in this direction, this is how it's going to look like, okay? So we're here, we put the saya in this direction, in a horizontal direction, you see here, and from here, what we're doing is this. And bear in mind another thing, when I'm going to cut with my right hand here, I want my left leg to be synchronized with my cut when I finish it. So this is what I'm talking about, here, like this. You see, here. So as I finish my cut, my left leg is still and my right arm is still. And then what we're doing here, we're getting ready for the next cut, which is a upward cut, the kiriage cut, here, like this, okay? And after that, we're doing the kesagiri, the downward cut, here, okay? So you're gonna do it one more time. So 1, 2, 3, okay? Another thing I'll suggest you to do is to go with very short movement. So don't go in a Broadway movement, okay? So what I mean by that is this. So what I did here, you see, normally the suihei cut should be like this, okay? And then from here, I'm going with a kiriage. And then I'm going for a kesagiri. But as you can see, they are too wide. So what we need here is to have them a little bit more shorter. So this is how we're going to achieve that, okay? By doing this. What we're doing is this. 1, 2, 3. Seen from the front, it looks like this. So 1, 2, 3. So that's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did like it, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, click to the ring bell in order to get the notification as soon as I'm posting a new video, and I hope I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.